Welcome back. Today, the video is going to be a little Q&A driven by you guys. I asked you guys to ask me questions, anything and everything that you can ask for. So, with that being said, let's get right into it. Alright, first question. How tall are you? I'm 5'7". Unfortunately, I got my dad's side's genetics where he's only like 5'9", but my mom's side, they all average above like 6 feet. So my brother's pretty tall. He's like 5'10" probably. So next question, what was your weight when you started powerlifting? When I first started, I met Ryan in my orientation class for college. That was freshman year. I weighed about 133 pounds, and then ever since then, I'm about 145. So. All right, so how did you and Ryan meet? Ryan and I met freshman year of college. He roomed across the hall from me. Honestly, I was scared as fuck from him. Like, this guy was huge. He probably weighed twice as much as me. And I don't know how it came about, but we just became really close friends and just like really connected. And then the second year we roomed together, became even closer. And like, I'd say he's like my best friend at this point. So who or / what inspired you to start working out, and what keeps you motivated? I'd say Ryan inspired me to work out. You know, he was always pushing me to go in the gym with him, even though I was like super scared to go. So he inspired me to start. He said, you know, you can accomplish whatever you want. And what keeps me motivated? It's honestly you guys. Like, I wouldn't be doing this if it weren't for you guys. I wouldn't be in front of this camera if it weren't for you guys. Never in a million years would I thought that I'd be doing this. So I give all the credit to you guys. What was the first sport you practiced? I played golf for 4 years in high school. I was pretty decent. I wouldn't say I was like the best, but I do have the school record for the lowest 18 holes, which is 3 under. So yeah, favorite band to listen to when lifting. I don't really listen to a lot of bands in general. I would say Linkin Park, if anything. For those of you who don't know, I'm in love with EDM music, right? I live, breathe, die by EDM. Best bang flavor. I've never had a bang in my life. I've only had Monsters and Bpn supplements. I've tried like C4. I tried Gorilla before. But honestly, Bpn is the only supplements that I take in terms of energy consumption. Which leads me to the next question. This is a good one. What is it truly like to be a part of a brand like Bpn? I've just been a fan for a while. It's honestly one of the best things that I've been a part of in terms of community and family. Everyone, you know, they want to see you strive for success. They want to see you be the best that you can. They support your every move. I've never had like a close-knit family like this before. It's honestly truly amazing. I'm glad that I got the opportunity to be a part of this brand. Favorite Bpn product and why? I'd say Flight pre-workout. I take Flight pre-workout 4 to 5 times a week, and it hits the same every single time. It's just very consistent in energy-wise, and the way that it gives me adrenaline rushes and stuff. I just love it. Oh, this is a good one. 3 people to have dinner with, dead or alive. Who would you choose? I would choose, my first person would be Michael Jackson. Growing up when I was like 10 or 11, he was like the only person that I listened to throughout middle school. The second person would be Chester Bennington, which is the lead singer of Linkin Park. He passed away a couple years ago. He helped me a lot through high school. You know, a lot of my emotional states and emotional swings. I could always just count on listening to Linkin Park and hearing Chester's voice to like lift me up. And then the third person would be Rory McIlroy, which is my favorite all-time golfer. Tiger Woods is like a close second, but Rory, that guy is a freaking tank, man. Why did you switch over to sumo deadlifts? I switched over because I had a lingering back issue from conventional deadlifts probably about a year ago, right at the start of quarantine. After that, I just switched to sumo, and honestly, it was for the better. Like, I haven't tweaked my back in forever. I feel so much better in positioning wise. I'm able to, you know, get nice and tight, pull my lats down, and utilize my long arms to help decrease my range of motion. So, you know, people say like sumo and conventional, there's like a difference, a hard fine line in between. One's easier, one's harder. Honestly, it's whatever best for you. I've done sumo for a year, I've done conventional for a year. I would say sumo I'm able to pull more, but that's just because I utilize my body frame a lot better than I would if I was doing conventional. What's your daily caloric intake? So I intuitively track. I'm probably about 22 to 25. When I was hardcore tracking for my meet a couple months ago, I was hitting 21 every single day. Plans for after graduating. So right now I'm in a 4-year degree for civil engineering. I have 1 year left. I have a co-op this summer that I plan to do. I know Ryan wants me to move down to Houston for a month, but I don't know if that's going to happen. So this co-op pretty much guarantees me a position after college that I could just go right into working full-time right after college. So right now that is the plan. I also want to still do this fitness related activities and stuff, and I always want to like travel around the nation and like collab with people, so we'll see. Honestly, why you such a bish? I just am. I don't know. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Maybe working full-time as a project manager and then fitness on the side. I might do personal training and one-on-one client training, but I don't have a time frame for that. But I do plan to do what I do now in 5 years, if not more. How should knee sleeves fit? I'm looking for a NATTY for some, just wondering how tight. Well, I have 2 pairs of knee sleeves. One's a small, one's an extra small. I train in my smalls every single day to help myself not really rely on the spring force from the knee sleeves, so they're a little looser and fit, but they still don't wrinkle behind my knees. They're still very tight, but when I go to compete in any powerlifting competition, I'll go a size down, and a size down, they're like cutting your circulation off. You can't even feel your feet. That's not what you want when you're training. You want those maybe for competition, like squeeze like death, like you feel like you can't move your ankles because you have no feeling in them. That's going to give you a little more increase to your max projections, but honestly it's all personal. I know guys who squat even more without wearing knee sleeves, so I would just say for training wise, just something that's tight and comfortable, that's not cutting off your circulation, and it doesn't bother you while you lift. You are the best. The best at what? No, I appreciate it. Thank you. Dick size. Well, it's about... What lift took you the longest to develop from start? Honestly, bench is going to be the hardest for anyone because bench is one of those lifts that's honestly so complex. You got to focus about, keeping your feet on the ground, driving the legs, your hips up towards your shoulders. You got to keep about retracting your scapula back and really forming that arc. You got to make sure you're controlling the bar path on the way down, because any sort of wiggle on the way down can allow you to miss groove and fail that rep. So honestly, you'd probably bench. Viewpoints on finding the right girl, or even looking for one. Viewpoints on finding the right girl. Honestly, if you are looking for someone, you need that experience to decide on what you are looking for. If you have never been in a relationship or have never really gone out with someone, you're not going to know what you really want. So I would say first get that experience, see what makes you happy, what feels right to you, and then with that experience over your time, you could really hone in and see what you want in a relationship. Am I looking for one, like a girl right now? Yeah, I'm about ready. How many times do you lift per week? I'm right now 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, all powerlifting. When I first started working out, I was only doing 4 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, rest Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Now I supplemented my Wednesdays in for a lighter accessory or variation workout day, so that's why I'm at 5 now. If you had a voice to the entire world, what message would you give them? I would say don't be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone and really go out into the world and do what you want. Don't care what anyone thinks. Don't let anybody limit your potential. Work on you, work on yourself to build your character, your personality, your strengths, your weaknesses every day, and don't let anybody limit you. How important is recovery to you, and what extent you do to achieve it? Well, this also is all personal, but for me, typically, I would make sure I'm hitting my protein every day. You know, I weigh about 145 pounds, so I'll probably hit 150, 155 grams of protein per day. That's going to help with muscle recovery. Now, if I'm aching, I would maybe, go lighter in the gym, but still make sure I'm hitting those movements and those accessories, still putting the work in. I do believe that if you are extremely beat down, that pushing yourself even harder is just going to limit your growth long term. So if you do need 2-3 days off from the gym, go ahead, take them. It's not going to hinder your results at all. Just do what makes you feel best recovered and allows you to give 100% in the gym and to your training every day. Alright guys, so we just finished up with class for the day, did some homework, got through like several lectures. Now it's time to go to the gym. So I am rocking Endo Pump for my pump formula today, and a Flight pre-workout as always. Bpn, code NOAC to support me. So on the menu we have deadlifts, top single at 8, and then I think like a 5x4 at like 80%. With some accessories, so it shouldn't be like a long day, but I'm going to plan on answering a lot of questions in between my sets, and then keeping the footage during the workout pretty raw too, so no edit with this one, and just try to go through as many questions as I can to wrap up this video. So stay tuned for that, and let's get to it. One question says, what is my favorite color? You probably have to go blue. I've been a blue fan for my whole life. Probably won't change now. It's like this color blue. It's like a royal, not like a royal, it's like a lighter, it's like between a royal blue and like a sky blue. So like a medium blue. Alright, so the next question is, what is my favorite sour strip? Well, considering my favorite color is blue, you probably have to go blue raspberry on this one. Blue raspberry, and then probably watermelon or sour green apple for second close. How long have you been lifting for? I've been lifting for about like solid 2 years now. Alright, so I got a couple questions relating to shoe size. I'm about like a 9.5 in any other shoe other than Nike. Nike I run a size bigger, so I'm like 10.5 there. What subs do you use as a beginner? I want to say if you want to promote like high muscle mass growth, probably creatine and protein powder. How long have you been a Bpn ambassador? I've been a Bpn ambassador probably since August. Yeah, August or September of last year, and then been growing with them the past several months. So it's been good. Not expecting to pull 5 plates today, but RPE 8, I think that was on point. I'm feeling pretty messed up after that though. Alright, so we have a special guest appearance here at Old School Iron today. Look who it is. Question, what strength programs do you run? So the only strength program that I ran was by a company called TSG, the Strength Guys. They actually made plans for Ohio State Powerlifting Club, and I was running that for about 9 months, and then I finally got a coach. So my coach was a part of the OSU PL team, and he just took over the role of coaching me specific individual programming. So if you're looking for a strength training program, definitely check out TSG though.
One time, when I came up in this house, I was shining every time. Took the whole thing, the young black boy now. Told man, I can shout when I sit there. Everybody praying for me, I respect that. Woke up in the hospital with my check set. ain't changed for my next set. I've been in the hospital, I'm dead set. Work 40 years,
All right, guys, so we just got back from the gym. Super solid session today, honestly. I haven't hit 495 in a couple months, but I'm gonna end the video out with a couple more questions. So the first question is soreness an indicator of growth? Well, soreness is due to lactic acid in between your muscle fibers because they're deteriorated, so that means you are sore, and that soreness is an indicator of growth. Another question is creatine a must-have? Creatine is not a must-have, but it is an additional supplement that will help you produce more muscle mass. Question: why don't you use mixed grip on your heavy deads? When I first started with deadlifts, I did do conventional and mixed grip. When I switched over to Sumo, I utilize hook grip a lot more often because it allows me to, extend my arms even longer and decrease that range of motion. So that's why I don't do mixed grip anymore. When did you start taking YouTube serious? Probably like the last 2 weeks. But that leads me into the final wrap up. I do plan to release another video beginning next week for episode 2 of the series Road to National, so stay on the lookout for that. Yeah, so that's gonna be it. If you like this video, drop a like, drop a comment. Tell me if what was the best question that was asked, if you learned anything valuable. But yeah, with that being said, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.